All right, good evening. It's the day before the election, and boy, it's a lot to talk about. You see it on the screen right now: $39,324.94. We're going to talk about that tonight because I'm interested in the impact of what was done in, especially in Williamsburg County. Okay. So tonight, this evening, we're going to talk about a lot, but one of the things we're going to focus on is Sweet Gilliard Production and Consulting LLC, public finance data. Public finance data shows that Mullins and McLeod paid this company $39,324.94 through March 31st, 2026. Now, that's not a small amount of money by no stretch of the imagination. And given this rate, he was going to make about 80 grand, if they can get him through the primary into the general. And that probably pays more. Don't know. But now, I want to be clear over here, okay? I want to be very clear with this part right now. It's not illegal for the owner of that company, Donald Gilliard, or any consultants to work for a campaign and get paid. But when a campaign pays nearly $40,000 to a consulting company, when they pay that kind of money to a consulting company, the public has a right to ask, what exactly was purchased for that nearly $49,000? Was it event production? Political consulting? That's what some of it says. Voter outreach? Media work? And let me say this about the media work aspect of this. I have had some time now to really dive into these numbers right here. And I want to say this right here. And I want to be careful when I say this, okay? Nah, I don't think I want to be careful when I say this. But if Sweet Gilliard Production got paid nearly $40,000 for their work on the Mullins McLeod campaign, right? When you go look at these numbers, everybody listening to me knows that TY News is the biggest media platform in Williamsburg County. Okay? The biggest. When y'all see, when I do the breakdown on what they paid this man, these other quote unquote leaders that use this man's platform, and you can see in these documents right here, in this report right here, you can clearly see, and again, this is Donald Gilliard, black activist, whatever, in Georgetown County. You see other media companies in this filing being paid 40,000, 26,000. Let's go to the actual thing here. And this site has been really tripping here lately. Let's see if we can get one of these quarters to come up. Or maybe I have one up already. Do I have one up already? I do. I do. All right. Is this on the screen? I don't think it's on the screen. All right. Let's remove this. All right, cool. Now I want to add this to the screen. Let's share this to the screen right here. And T again, man, TY, do not let these people play you, bro. You got the platform. You got the audience. You got a bigger audience than any of these people that they paid from out of state to come in and to do what? May 14th, $350. Look below that to May 13th, $35,500 to a media advertising agency out of New York City. This dude has the biggest online platform in Williamsburg County. And he got the least amount of money out of this deal. Look here. Media and advertising. $28,600 to a company in Atlanta, Georgia. And you and that damn dog riding around y'all not even getting a peanut. You're not even getting a whole peanut, bruh. Donald Gilliard and Sweet Gilliard Productions, what did you produce? Campaign consulting? Sweet Gilliard Production and consulting services. They used you, sir. They used you. You felt like I know they made you feel like you was getting some money. BDG Marketing, they got some money. Yeah, BDG Marketing got some money. Marketing, they got some money. Let's get back on this page here. Because this page has been tripping. Honestly, it has. But it's all good. I don't know. Maybe somebody called down and said, "Hey, look, when they're using those pages, can you do something, you know what I mean, until after the campaign?" I don't know, but I know that these pages are not operating like they did earlier this morning prior to these reports. I could click on there, and it would pop up. But I got the information already, right? Because I figured this type of thing would be happening. And this is what a lot of people are running into now. Okay. This type of piece of shit people up at the ethics department. See what I mean? It's unbelievable. But let's stay on Mr. Gilliard and him taking advantage, in my opinion, my humble opinion. But my man, he's a grown man now, so he make his own decisions, and he. But let's be honest, Ty is not politically. Uh, he just got wrapped into. He don't even understand the ramifications of what he's done. He don't understand how history is going to look at this moment in time, right? Because let's all look at this. Let's think about this, right? Let's just think about this in in just in his in a historical perspective, just for 1 second. All right, something's going on here. Something is going on here. What is going on here? I want y'all to think about what could possibly be the impact of tomorrow, right? Let me stop this screen here. Maybe that helps. All right, let's get up here. Let's bring this in. I'm looking for a particular image. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Somebody who's got that chart of the population breakdown, the black population breakdown in by county in South Carolina. I want to show y'all something. I don't think it's in there. Could it be in there? Could it be in there? It might be in there. I don't think it's in there. If somebody's got that, please send it to my messenger real fast. I want to show y'all something. I think it's probably in here. Might have it. Oh no, I don't have it in there. Let me look someplace else. I mean, Williamsburg County, you guys could find yourself on a very bad side of history, man. Just on the sake of for the sake of a few dollars. I don't know what the hell's happening with my internet here. I really don't know what's happening. All right, let's get this out of here. I wanted to be clear. I'm sorry about that. I had to find something. What I was looking at is what is the highest, what's the county with the highest percentage of African Americans? And what I found was Allendale with 73%, and Williamsburg County with 63%. Got other counties in that corridor, like, say, for instance, like Orangeburg County is 60%. Fairfield is really high. And these are areas that were targeted by one Mullins McLeod campaign. And what I'm saying to TY News is this, that what has been the effect? Because you guys had a real big early turnout vote. What happens if Jermaine Johnson wins the nominee and one of the counties with the highest number of African Americans in it um, is not a part of this historical vote? I'm just talking hypothetics right now, because some of you have already voted, and for those of you tomorrow, I would ask you to join me and go out and cast a vote for Mr. Jermaine Johnson. And then I'm also in support of what's your name for superintendent, Sylvia Wright. Okay, and you vote according to whatever district you is when you're talking about the House reps. I know down in Georgetown County, I'm interested in that race down there, Georgetown, Berkeley, parts of Williamsburg County. Paget for the People is who I would, who I've been following, and it's just one of them situations where a change is needed down there. You know what I mean? Change is definitely needed, and so, but yeah, scrolling across the bottom of the screen is those figures that's reported on that website. Uh, Money going to Sweet Gilliard production. Okay, those are payments that you're seeing scrolling across the screen right there. Okay. Just so that we're not thinking. And again, I must stress, there's nothing illegal about what they're doing. You know what I mean? If it was illegal, it would be a legal situation. This is in the South Carolina Ethics Commission. We're talking ethics, okay? That's what this is about, ethics, okay? And about this young man right here, Jermaine Johnson. And it would be a shame that you've been influenced by that number right there to vote against him. That would be that. Man, that'd be a shame, right? And Greeleyville, listen, I'm just having the time looking through those numbers, because their number is much higher than that, much higher than that. So, um, I figured that somebody would play with the. So I don't know. I just anticipated that the internet was going to do what it did. So that's why you grabbed the PDFs and you got all that. So it's taking me a little longer to put this stuff together, guys. But wow, y'all ain't try to share none of that money with me, but now y'all want to talk. Y'all remember this? Talk to the hand, because the face don't understand. Remember that? Do you remember? Let's see. Let's see. I didn't invite Pastor Dixon on, but Pastor Dixon is out campaigning tonight. All right, somebody, Cooper Young, sent me a friend request, a little friend request. I don't know. Just hit the follow button, man. Don't hit no doggone don't hit no doggone friend request. We Facebook friends, right? Yeah. Yeah. $39,000. That's what it costs. That's how much money Sweet Gilliard production has gotten up until this point right here, up until May 31st, March 31st, excuse me. $39,324. So when they come on my page acting like they are just so that's why he won't take that shirt off. That's why the shirt doesn't come off. Y'all think he believe in this man. This man then told him something that no. The man ain't got no money. You got some money now, Donald. They say that this was a record year for the turnout for people coming out to do early voting. I'm curious, is this a record amount of money being spent in this election? Must be the money. Y'all remember that Dion song? Must be the money that's turning them on. Make sure you go out and vote tomorrow. Trying to get this campaign page back up, guys, but seems like some calls was made up to Columbia today. Hey, listen, they're using that against us. They're using the truth. You know we can't have them looking at the truth. Yeah, somebody's being. That's all right. We'll find something here. Give me a second, guys. We'll find something here. We'll go through that. But I tell you, it's amazing how I watched in these documents, y'all. I watched companies go from I watched companies become LLCs. I guess once they got to a certain dollar amount, they had to switch or whatever. I don't know what they had going on, but yeah, I watched companies become LLCs in this process. And for the LLCs, I don't know. I will talk about that later. We'll get into that in a few seconds because I got something up here. So let's go through this page right here, guys. We're gonna take time on tonight and we're gonna watch. We're gonna follow the money. Follow the money. Sweet Gilliard Productions, they delivered TY News to them. That's what they did, if you ask me. You know, if I'm just, yeah, that's funny. You're right. Who is that? Oh man. Um, let's see. Let's get this on the screen here, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna hang out tonight. This is our you know what I mean, last minute. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and hit the like, share this out. Let's get as many people over here as we can, man, because I really do fear what these people have done because obviously they pulled out all the stops and they got people to come out to the polls. Now, what people did when they got in the voting booth, we'll find this out tomorrow for sure. We'll find this out tomorrow. Okay. Now let's get back on this page here. This is going to be the quarter. This is the only one that's coming up right now, and hopefully it stays up. I don't know what they got going on over there on that website, but let's get on it. All right. So you see here Q3 report 2025. Okay. This is from 7/18/2025 to 9/30/2025. Okay. And this is the expenditures report, right? So let's get on down in here and see who we see. These EVOS, don't know what that is. Filming for Greenville office. Look at that, TY. Boy. And look at what you got, 250. They need to take away your damn camera. Don't make no damn sense, boy. That's why Donald ain't come rock with me. I know, Donald, you know I ain't no fool. I ain't mad at you. I respect you for that, OG. Because I swear you didn't get them boy for about 40 grand. Sweet Gilliard, September 23rd, 2025. 3 grand. Campaign consulting. Look, TY, brand deliver. 10,500. That's what your bill is supposed to look like, fool. Jeez Louise. Let's go page 2. What do we got? See, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Did it change for me? I think it did. Yeah, it did. It did. It did. It did. Look at that class 5 strategy. Senior campaign consulting. Out of Washington. Them boys out of DC. $35,000. And you get $250 with the biggest platform, with literally the biggest platform in Williamsburg County. None of this would be possible without you, TY. The Black Voice advertising. I guess they gotta do what they gotta do. It's probably a black person that came in there and paid them. JC and Associates. Very interesting company, guys, and we'll talk about that too. We got a lot to talk about. And this thing needs to cooperate and open up, but it won't. It won't. Hopefully it's because so many people are coming to the site that they're crashing it out, and that's why I'm having difficulty on it. That'll be a good reason, right? But I don't think that's what it is. See, it won't. It won't give us nothing. So we were in Q1 just now. Let's try Q4. Won't give us that. See what I'm saying? Let's try Q3. Okay, it gave us Q3. Q3 report. Oh, did we just look at this? No, we didn't. We looked at one, I think. All right, let's look at the expenditures here. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, we just looked at that. We just looked at this. We just looked at this. Let's back it up. And I said Q3 initial report. So let's see if we can get into any one of these other ones. This is where the good stuff is down here. Maybe that's why we can't get in. Where the good stuff at Q1 show us. All right, so I got to go get these PDFs. Got to get these PDFs because it's on that bull stuff. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is why I'm having a problem right here. Maybe this is why I'm having that problem. Maybe this is why I was having that problem. Not all years. Let's just do. See, you got to click everything twice to get it to load up in there, and then click on this, and then we get nothing. All right, let's go back. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let's check out your quarterly reports. There they go, right there. Oh, so it is generating them. 1, 3, 4, but it's not coming up. And it's not just Mullins now. I don't think it's just Mullins. It's all of these people. Initial. Okay, it's giving me the initial, but there's nothing there. Watch this. This person doesn't have any expenditures. Okay, in the filing period. Okay. $50,000 personal contribution. Vendors. Let's see. Maybe that helps. Maybe this helps. Let's do this. Vendor name. Let's look at this other company out of Greeleyville. Tell you a little bit about it real fast. All right. This company, let's see, it looks like official business filings first came. Then let's see what we got here. Here. All right. The name of this company is Singleton Consulting Group LLC. Okay. And they've got some sizable contributions, I would say, from and it says here the clearest public match is Kerry D. Singleton Jr., who identifies himself publicly as the founder and CEO of Singleton Consulting Group LLC. His public Facebook profile shows the results of Singleton Consulting, Chief Executive Officer and founder, beginning September 11th, 2022. Okay, his public Instagram also identifies him as the founder and the CEO of this group. He also is a Morehouse alum. Political campaign payments, Mullins McLeod. And again, we got to pull this page back up because I'm going to show you what. And I don't think this is correct. I actually think it might be more, but here's what we got now. Give me a second here. Here's the number that Singleton has received up until this point. And let me find some more information on this real fast. And I should say Singleton Consulting Group, LLC. Let's see. Kerry Singleton also appears separately as a campaign payee, according to Transparency USA. has a separate payee page for Kerry Singleton Jr., showing $1,000 paid to Roger Kirby in 2024 election cycle with the data through December 31st, 2024. Okay. Another person publicly associated with this group is a person by the name of Carletta Singleton. A LinkedIn result lists Carletta Singleton as transportation program transportation program slash senior project manager, Singleton Consulting Group LLC. I did not find enough. Doesn't say anything about her being an owner or anything like that. And again, I must stress to you all that this is not illegal. These people doing this stuff. This is public information that I'm reading, I'm sharing with you. It's not illegal for them to work for the Mullins McLeod uh, campaign. Okay. I didn't find this on a legal page. I found this on the South Carolina Ethics Commission page, the information that I'm using, that I'm basing my opinions on. Okay. Let's see who else is connected to this group. Okay. 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 Yeah, public records point to record trails point to Kerry D. Singleton Jr. as the person publicly presenting himself as the founder and CEO of this company. The LLC group shows up as paid campaign vendor for Mullins McLeod, 2026 South Carolina governor's campaign, with about $28,644.66 reported through. Um, and it says here, and the state reports the work was mostly for youth engagement. Youth engagement. All right, there's another group here, a LLC that's getting a bunch of and they paid a lot of money to this one. I mean, a lot of money, a lot of money. Right. So here we go. What do I mean by a lot of money? What we got here? All right. Sorry, guys. Let me get back on point here. Oh, yeah, this other group that I'm telling you about, this other LLC that when you search the records and somebody go over to the SC Commission's page and tell me if you can pull this stuff up. If you can, please let me know. What am I doing wrong? What have I done wrong? Which I ain't did that wrong. I know I ain't did that wrong. I knew I All right, and this other group that shows up in these filings is this group right here, this LLC right here. And you guys can look up these LLCs yourself. Do a Chat GPT search, whatever you want to do. The transparent list, Reardon Them boys received oh, 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 oh. Wowzers. That's what they received. As a matter of fact, let me do it like this. And some of y'all, man, help me out. Go ahead and pull up some information on these people, and let's do an active investigation right now. Right now. Okay. This group shows up in there, and they're getting this amount of money right here. All right, which quarter were we able to see? Which quarter will I? Come on. All right, let's go here. You got to put 2026 election type. This is the primary report name, and we're going to go for a quarterly report. And then again, we're focused on Williamsburg County and the work done by my man Donald. Don't call me Mullins. Gilliard. McLeod. McLeod gonna want that money back, bro. All right, quarter one wouldn't show up. Let's go back. Chingada. Let's go here. 2026. Yeah, let's see. That's right. Primary won't give it to me. Reports. It gave me one, y'all. Which one it gave me? Quarter three? Yeah, quarter three. Yeah, that's what it gave me. Yeah, somebody go in there and see if you can find this stuff too. Let's see. Where's this Reardon? I think they show up. Yep, right there. $75,000 back in September 19th of 2025. Campaign consulting, right? And this group is out of Charleston, right? One old summer house road. But I found the rabbit hole gets deep with this one right here. A little deeper than the others. All right. This group received a total of, you see it on the screen, $96,648.34 from the Mullins McLeod campaign with um yeah, Reardon wasn't the highest. We're gonna get to the one that's the highest. You got one group that received 150,000, but we'll talk about that in a second. And they just again they paid all of these other groups. Matter of fact, let's look at this right now. I want y'all to see this right now. And for me, for all of these black influencers, y'all idiots. Y'all sold out cheap as hell. You think you got some money. You know what I mean? Donald think he got some money because he yeah, I got $40,000. I mean, well, you can't get that out there. You know what I mean? Here's what these other companies got. Class 5 Strategies, 150,000. Canal Partners, 143,000. The Reardon Group, 96,000. Brand Deliveries, 91.5. What's that other one? Grantford Research, 75,000. So all of you black people got pennies. Y'all got played like, dare I say, fools. But let's get into this company here. We're gonna go into all of this, y'all. What we doing? We trying to stop people from going voting for people based on somebody's economic, you know what I mean? Because somebody getting paid to tell you to vote for somebody. Go look. It's there. And when you see them LLCs, just look up, research the LLCs. It's public information. And it'll tell you who the owner and all this other. It'll tell you everything. Just they don't like that I do that. It pisses them off. Like, this black nigger just, what is it? Okay. TY, look at these numbers, bruh. Again, TY, they didn't even give you peanuts, man. They listen, peanut. They ain't give you a whole peanut, bruh. They bust the peanut open and hand you one of the little nuts out of the peanut, bruh. Compared to this right here. And you have the largest social media presence in Williamsburg. And what's the county north of that? Lake City. What's that county? Florence County. A huge influence in them areas. Dude, you are bigger than the news agencies in those areas. Because if you weren't, they would have went to them. But they treated you and the folks that brought you to them, they treated you like a fool. And the question is, what is the impact of your actions? Don't worry. I don't expect you to fess up and be like, yeah, man, I was wrong for that. I'm going to show you where you was wrong for that, bro. What y'all doing to these people. This can put a very embarrassing stain on Williamsburg County tomorrow. Why? Because Donald Gilliard got paid. He got paid. And then he didn't even help his soldiers out. He didn't even help his soldiers out. He just let them just linger into this mess, man. TY. Jesus. All right, let's get back into this company right here, y'all. Stay on focus. If I get off point, if I get off and start a little tangent, man, somebody say something like, bruh. All right. This company, the Reardon Company, LLC, listed under the Mullins McLeod, City of Charleston, all listed under Mullins McLeod. City of Charleston, category unknown. These are the payments that went to this company. 7/21/2025, 7,500. 8/31/2025, 7,500. I might as well show y'all this. It's going to be scrolling across the bottom of the screen. As soon as I get it up there for you guys. Oh no. Pastor Dixon, if you're in the building, man, pop on in here. I knew you was busy tonight. I know you was busy tonight. On trip, cuz. But if if you free now, somebody send him, tell him, hey, pop on in here. Hold on a second. Internet on that. All right, y'all check out these payments that came from this company. Let me see this company right here. This company right here. That's the $96,000, right? So I'm gonna show y'all with that $96,000 how it. And we're gonna put that up there. And what the hell is going on here? What the hell's going on here tonight, y'all? This thing is do what it want to do sometimes. All right, let me refresh this here because I'm having some problems here, y'all. All right, I think we're back. I got to reload all that stuff I had up there earlier. But it's not a problem. Because here we go. All right. So now I got to change this, obviously. Yes. Okay, this group, I'm trying to show you all the payments that they got, but I was having some problems. All right, create a banner, put the information in there. There it is right there. All right, there you go on the bottom of the screen right there. That's the payments that Reardon ended up Reardan ended up getting. So let's talk about this company Reardan a little bit here. All right, public LinkedIn results have list Alex Reardan Riordan as he's a writer, consultant, attorney out of Charleston. This LLC was filed in 2008. The status of the LLC is inactive. Here, let me share this information right here with y'all that I got on this Reardon group right here. Keep in mind what I said they made now. So we got an inactive, apparent according to the this information that I'm looking at, which could be wrong, could be right, don't know. Um, but here we go. I'm gonna share it with you. All right, let's go. We're gonna go with that. All right, I'm gonna have to break this into two. And I'll delete that part and I'll add this part. All right, so you see here the Reardon Group documented. You can all this information. I want you guys to go. I need somebody in the comment section actually going behind me, pulling this information up. You know what I mean? We're doing an active investigation right here online. This is going to be the first of its kind. Okay. And this company that was paid, let's get back to the number that they were paid. Okay. This company right here that you're looking at, this is what they were paid. This company is listed as inactive. Somebody help me understand. What are they doing to? Why is this happening? Okay. The Reardon Group shows up as one of Mullins McLeod's largest campaign vendors. Transparency USA listed 96,000. You see the number on the screen right there. Paid to the Reardon Group. March 31st. Payment appears repeatedly from July 2025 through March 2026, including a $28,785 payment on January 30th. The public questions is simple. What services were provided? Who owns and operates the LLC? And why is it listed as inactive? Right? And in the case of Mr. Donald Gilliard, let's get back on him for a little bit. Sweet Gilliard production. Right. Right. And who owns the African American? I gotta find that thing again. That's some kind of travel group or whatever, but apparently they're political consultants. It's, it's really weird. But you know, where's this hundred? Not where's the 100,000? We know where it is. It's not nothing illegal. You know what I mean? Um, trying to apply here because we're on the ethics commission page. Ethics. And what is the definition of ethics? Since you since you just had to ask, what is ethics? And why would they have this money listed in the ethics instead of financials? What is the definition of ethics? Ethics is a philosophical study of moral principles. Ethics is the philosophical study of moral principles. It defines what is good, bad, right, or wrong, and provides the framework we use to justify our actions and decisions. Now, if you spent the better part of your adult existence considering yourself any kind of advocate for the black community, if you're a black man and you stood for any kind of improvement for black men, the black community, if I can look on your page for years and see a history of you just on every black issue that you could get on, from George Floyd to Trayvon Martin to every blackity black, 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 everything black, black. But now, I remember an election flipping in Georgetown because the white mayor at the time used the word "you people" to Donald Gilliard. And they jumped on that, and that became a racial thing. The lady was a racist because, and it's a couple other black people that got elected on that racially charged issue in Georgetown, South Carolina. You know who you are. Your name is on the list. Some of you received $600. Some of you received $1,250. Some of you received a little more. Some of you received a little less. For your black ass to turn around now if this man wasn't qualified to be governor, I would be the first one to say, nah, go with somebody else. I don't think he, you know what I mean? I don't think he can do it. To have one a racially charged, you know what I mean? Because we're going to stick together. We got to stick together. And those same people that saying stick together are the same ones that's sticking together to make sure that we don't that this right here, that this doesn't happen, because they don't feel like it's time, because he don't have enough money for these niggas. And I know people say, oh, you shouldn't use that word. That's like me not using the word airplane. Damn, airplanes exist, right? Yeah, niggas exist too. Stop me when I'm wrong. Because this is some niggerish, really, really niggerish behavior here. A lot of money went into Williamsburg County, into a lot of people's pockets. But seemed like all of the white-owned companies got the bigger. Y'all got pennies. Y'all got pennies. Y'all don't know your value. You just know you got you a few more dollars than you had before when you started. So hey, fuck them niggas. I got me. They better get them. Hence the McLeod shirts. How much does it cost to put you in a clown suit? How much does it cost to get you, a black man who black people have trusted on a lot of different, your opinion on a lot? How much does it cost to get a black man who purports himself to be about black issues to go against a qualified black man? How much does it cost? Just months ago, you sat in front of everybody and, oh, you people, like you were so offended. Like you were just the black cause. It's just the blackity black, blacker than a lacquer on your living room set. Blickety black. How much does it cost to go into black churches, because that's what they use you for, to look into black people's face and act as if you care about what they think, when in fact, the only thing you give a fuck about is getting them to vote for who you want them to vote for? How does it feel to be a piece of shit? And yes, this is Sambo behavior. Greeleyville, boy, y'all gonna be interested in what we got to talk about. This going way past the election. See, this is something that you need to put in your dang hat and think for your damn self. Use the good sense that God gave you. Stop listening to these shiftless, no good ass niggas that don't know a damn thing about politics or about getting anything done. They know about greasing their monkey ass pockets. And they don't do that well. The white man is, I mean, I know Mullins looking at them laughing like, I give them a few pennies and they'll go and sell out the whole goddamn village. If the Republican candidate come with a check tomorrow, Donald Gilliard will put on another damn shirt and walk his ass around there, or washed up ass around there. They got the money. They got the money. They got the money. They got the money. How many of y'all make this kind of money? This ain't even over a year. How many of you that this piece of shit has come to and give you this heartfelt thing, and you kind of feeling like, well, okay, it's my responsibility. I got to do the right thing. Bump, 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 bump. Did you know that this month, did you see this number right here? You see that number right there? Did you know about that? Did he tell you about that? Did he tell you this is why, right here, this number right here. This is why. $40,000 to lie to you. You get up out of your bed every morning, sick some mornings, tired some mornings, to go and work your ass off, only to have one of these bastards come and try to take advantage of you because somebody done put some pennies in their pocket. I realized the other day, and I told a few people this, when I was sitting there at that political theater show that they put on at Andrew at the town hall, at the new complex. I said right then, I fucking hate politicians. And I mean that shit. These are the scum of the earth. And they got swamp rats around them. They literally don't care about anything. They don't care about what you think. Because if they did, they wouldn't do this shit. And then they do it in the church. While this thing, because I go back and watch everything I do on these, anyway. Carl Anderson, the preacher, during the ceremony for the building, while the other preacher up there praying, this bastard is literally on his phone looking around, like in the middle of the prayer, and then amen. Like, these people don't believe this shit out of their mouth. It's a con game. It is a con game. And some of y'all convinced that y'all going to hell if you call it out. Now say nothing. I'm in the group. And what happens after tomorrow? Some other ignorant ass Democrat is going to hire this scum. Y'all, I can show you some of them names of some of them people. They got their hands in 3 or 4 campaign pots. So nothing that they telling you is like, you thinking that, oh, they there, they know what's going on. Monkeys, puppets. Dressed up dummies. And then you got some of these piece of shit politicians that came on this platform. They ain't been politicians, y'all, a year or better, and they already into shady shit. Ernie Cooper, the Facebook councilman. Everywhere he go, here's the damn councilman. How are you paying attention to anything and you sitting here filming everything you're filming, everything is filming. That's how they say it. Filming, 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 filming everywhere. Filming, just going live, filming, filming. No substance. You've done nothing for your district. I don't see you have plans for the district. The people of Sanford don't know where the hell you are, right? And those people that you stand over there in the crowd with, the Louis Morants and all these other people, these motherfuckers didn't get you elected, okay? So you enjoy your time there, okay? Because you done. You know how stupid that is, man. Like the people that actually walked the streets for you, the people that was out in them damn parks for you, you don't stand with them. Oh, you part of the crowd now. You part of the go along, get along gang. And you don't know shit. So go and put your hands in the pot because I'm watching. Walk around with a damn camera, film. You look like a damn idiot, bro. I'm just going to tell you. Nobody else going to tell you that. They just looking at you like, what the hell? You embarrassing us. Now, what I am proud to say is that, hey, on this list right here are these damn, and it's not illegal to be on this list. Let's remember that, right? I'm proud to say that I ain't see nobody from Andrews on that shit. It's almost like before we sell out, we gonna get the hell out. Name in your lifetime when we had a candidate who could win this shit that looked like you or me. If you look like you or me. Would you sell his brother out for $40,000? Hell yeah, I'll tell him I'm for $40,000. You ain't shit either, too. Sweet Gilliard Productions. Carl, you better get your 500 back. Hey, Carl, can you get Scott to ask you that question about the building? I've been covering the building for a while, man. But you weak as shit, bro. And I know y'all. I know y'all was sitting there thinking, uh, and Carl, I'm talking to y'all. I knew you thought I was gonna play that video of you busting your ass on that step. The truth is, bro, I felt sorry for you. I felt sorry for you. I said, this stupid motherfucker coming into Andrews playing, and look what happened. On your face. And you were asking, hey, who camera that is. It's my goddamn camera. That same camera that you overlooked and said, "Hey, Scott," who was holding the damn phone. "You disrespectful, bald-headed bastard." And you wanted to carry that check to Georgetown and show the people, "I did this for Andrews. I did this for Andrews. I did this for Andrews." And my thing is, uh, why would a senator call down to the House? We'll get on that later, though. Again, we're going to play with these people's intelligence. Not around me. And I think y'all know it's bullshit when y'all doing it. It's just in the one eye, in the land of the one-eyed man. In the land of the blind, I messed that up, but I'm going to get it back right here. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Yeah. Meaning you just can't say any damn thing now. Come on. Like y'all normally do. Amen. Amen. And then wrap it up in some amens. And it's bullshit. It's just bullshit wrapped up in amens. And this whole idea of being, that's a complex idea that I'm gonna have to unpack on another time, something like that. But here we are at this point in history right now. We got these old fake civil right wannabe washed up ass no that's literally jealous of this man. If you cared about the black cause, money would be irrelevant in this situation right here when it comes to doing the thing that you claim to support. Well, I just can't support him because he's black. You support every motherfucking thing else because it's black. Everything else, we got to stay together until they pay your black ass $39,000. Then it's, man, Jermaine Johnson can't win. So we going to mislead all of these people. And when I say mislead, when I say Mullins McLeod can't win, let's get an example up here of what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to just think, oh, he just bashing Mullins McLeod because he's a racist. Yes, I probably am. What else do we have in common? Ain't that my right to be whatever I want to be? Right? Don't y'all say that kind of shit? All right, where are we? Let's find your Mullins, my man Mullins. Mullins. Oh, I know I'll find your crazy ass at. How many of y'all seen the video of Mullins McLeod in the backseat of that police car? I know a bunch of people upstate have never even heard of that. And this ain't like 10 years ago, okay? Oh, yeah, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, Mullins was in the backseat of a car, the police car. I'm sorry, was in the backseat of that police car. He back there just talking about he Trump cousin and all that. So you supporting Trump cousin, Donald? That was Mullins say now. That was Andrew the podcast say. That was Mullins say out he mouth. He said, I'm Donald Trump cousin. And I live on that Atlantic Ocean and I get to see the beauty of the Atlantic Ocean all the time. That's what power is. That's what power is. If my black ass got in trouble right now for anything, y'all laugh. It'll be the talk of the damn thing. I damn sure couldn't run for no damn office. That wouldn't be a damn option. Running for office. Come on, bro. You just now was in the backseat of the police car acting crazy. But if I had goddamn $2 million, yeah, but it wasn't that crazy. We could come on, man. Yeah, lying and getting over on this man is one thing. Okay, y'all say y'all doing this, that, and the other to him or whatever. Okay, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But the problem I have is this: what is going to be the results of your actions on tomorrow? Y'all got a lot of people to come to that poll early. It was touting early voting, the record numbers. Let me share this right here with y'all, a little something right here, because this is who they trying to push off on you. That's Mullins McLeod right there. That is Mullins McLeod. To breathe the word casino in my face. All right, let me work some things out on the screen here, y'all. We gonna make this work. Cause I'm going here, and I'm gonna turn down the quality. Oh, damn, it's already turned down. I'm gonna turn it down some more. I really want y'all to hear it more than anything. State, in addition, pack your fucking bags right now. All right, and that's Mullins McLeod now. These are the types of people. Okay, all right. Now, to be clear, uh, I got a whole video. I did this video, y'all, back in when was this video done? Mullins McLeod is not a politician. He's running to be the candidate. Excuse me. He's running. He's a candidate running for the governor's office of South Carolina. Okay, and he's talking a lot about casinos right now, and that's been a big talk because the group was formed and it was put in the state. I'm sorry, I'm looking at analytics and all that. I shouldn't be doing that. I apologize. Let me go back. Sorry. Yeah, that's Mullins in the backseat of that damn police car talking about he want to be the governor. This who they supporting over Jermaine Johnson. This who y'all black leaders. He said they said you people. Yeah, you people like you, Donald. money to lie to black people. Believe it.
In my fair state, in addition, pack your fucking bags right now.
All right, and to think that these are the types of people. Okay, all right. Now, to be clear, he said to breathe the word casino in his fucking state. In his state. You know what? You know what we'll do? We ain't about to play around this because I know YouTube tripping. So let's drop this. All right, we're gonna drop that. Pull this back up. It's moving slow now. Yep, we're gonna pull this back up. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the audio off of that bad boy right there. Mullins McLeod. God damn it, Mullins. The hell you got going on, boy? Mullins. All right, when I get this playing, y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. So let me get it playing first, so we can hear this as a family. I want y'all to listen to who, for those of you who haven't heard Mullins in his rant in the backseat of that police car. He was walking naked down in Charleston at the Battery where they arrested him in his underwear. Yeah, and this happened. I did this video because I was like, there's no way in hell he's still running for governor. $8 months ago. Here we go.
Talking about, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Tell me if y'all can hear that.
The fleece, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna give the world a little dot first. So my friend Art Laney wore what's called the fleece. Okay, so the fleece is a symbol, and it's a good symbol. Okay, and the king house at Walford, you're supposed to be like.
All right, so he says at Wofford. So I got to do a little research to see if he attended Wofford, because there could be some truth into what he's saying. He's talking about the situation at the fraternity house, and let's see.
God, that's where you train. You follow me? You train to take the wheel of this fine fair state. Well, the fleece is supposed to be for the biggest drunk, and it's to remind the rest of us that we're not drunk, so get your ass to class. All right? That's all I got. And I pray. I'm serious, man. I'm praying now. I think I'm going to be able to set you free and take that fleece off. And Art, you know I'm not talking about you, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? The person who knows I'm not talking about Art knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, Wallace, get the fuck out, man. And before the people of South Carolina usher Andre Bauer into the United States Senate, that's Andre Bauer's house. You follow me? Take that for sale sign off. It says this is Andre's house. You don't have to use his last name. Andre, pack your bags, baby. I want you in Robertson's house by sunrise. Now, you don't get to keep it, okay? But you will be a good steward because I know you, my brother, of that house before.
All right. This is the voice of, let me get a picture of this fool up here. This is the man that wants to be the governor of South Carolina. He's in the back seat of a patrol car. And he's having this unhinged rant in the back seat of a patrol car. Can you imagine that rant taking place in the dang, from the governor's mansion? Can you imagine that? All right, let's keep it going.
Our people elevate you where you should have been in 2010. The truth of the matter is you should have dropped my ass in 2010. You know why? You're a better politician. Strong Thurman, your door was better than anything Strong Thurman treated. You know why? You fucking went door to door. You see, because if you want to get from the low country, the wild.
That is the gubernatorial candidate, Mullins McLeod, in the backseat of a police cruiser where he was having a meltdown. This is the man who wants to be a governor over Mr. Jermaine Johnson, Dr. Jermaine Johnson, who's not in the backseat of a police car having a fit. He's actually a state rep. Well, was a state rep until he forfeited that to run for governor. But let's get back to Donald Gilliard's boy.
Dump the slaves before they got here. You dare to get out of this swamp in this moment in these rice fields. Because let me tell you, folks, Rodney ain't fucking stupid. Okay? Now in the story, why he thought he was on the moon. Andrew Chisholm was a fucking. Well, guess what? When I'm done, Andrew fucking Chisholm, fucking, is gonna be on the fucking moon. And then, I'm not going any further. You ain't getting the Mars, you dumb fuck.
So, Live 5 News blocked out when he said the N-word. N-word being nigga. He's talking about somebody named Andrew Chisholm, who is my nigga. This is who the Democrats. It's y'all boy.
$1 billion. But you know what? If I my stupid ass would try to do something like going to the moon. And you know what? I try to go submarine myself like my wife and my kids and Lydia. We get in my backyard and bang on a submarine. If I got $1 billion, I could buy the world. I'm so fucking bored. I figured, shit, I got some Mullins, some sport, me and Lydia Salters and Ray Jones and my wife Ashley. We can build this boat. Okay? We can build this boat. And you know, maybe just that right there is enough to make the entire world just the way it always should have been before the robber bands fucking flipped the script. So let me repeat. The only thing that matters, belly button world, is that if you are in a democracy, democracy means fair, just, when you have a voice, and your voice can be heard. Fucking money, bitch. As far as the world's concerned, I don't fucking redneck from Baltimore, because I've been in this fucking Shark Tank since the day I was born. I just didn't know what game I was playing. I'm Mr. President. When they tried to take you out, I thought, thinking, wait a minute. I better start paying more attention to this racist ass Donald Trump. And Lachlan McIntosh, yes, full name, right now. He is one of the fairest people in all the world. And all the Shark Tanks. Right fucking now. Yeah. All right, guys, you're still listening to there is Mullins McLeod. You see him on the screen right there. He's in the backseat of the police car. I don't know if a lot of y'all heard this, but we're going to hear it now. Let's go. That motherfucker. Actually, I take back. I might need those bare knuckles. The first person who will be in charge of the first tank this barge is a fellow named Gary Kramer. That's all you need to know. Oh, shit. I thought he almost said Kerry Singleton. Hey, and for those of you who, you know, you're going to be like, Don, I'm going to be like, man, don't pay him no attention. You hear him up there doing all that cursing and all that stuff like that. This is the man who they took into y'all church. Wait a second. Yeah, that's the man right there they took inside y'all church right there. The man that's over there talking all that foolishness right there, that's him right there. That's the voice you hear. All the MFers and yeah, we want to put him in the governor house. That's who you voted for right there. I don't know, for some reason this stupid officer has the radio on doing it. I mean, don't the officer understand that all of this information is pertinent and then they're gonna play the radio over it? Officers, these are not your personal cars, these are the people's car, and we need to hear what's going on in those cars. So please, in the future, just take the radios out of the car. This is his name. I honestly don't, but I tell you what, Harry's Foundation, that's right. Put your fucking shit right now. Tell everybody they got a piece of them. But this is the most important part. When my friend Gary gets up, you better have a memo for him explaining in my fucking fucking language just exactly what you did to the American people when you took Jim fucking crooked out the Senate floor. It's a stupid officer with this music. Like, you got a job to do. Nobody care if you're aggravated, go do another job.
This is all part of the investigation, part of the arrest. Stupid. Yeah.
For $30 million fucking dollars a year. Now, gentlemen, I'm gonna give you a little. You know what? I guess I gotta come back. Wallace, Andre.
I mean, this man could be really giving up some real good information. He could be, he could have been. He's dry, Thomas. He's drunk and high. Anything like that, and this dumb officer instead. All right, come on, talking about a dumb officer. We heard you already. What's going on? On. Get back to this guy. Stupid.
Andre, I know you don't live far from Wallace. How about ride by his fucking crooked ass, big ass, expensive house? Okay? But you know why Wallace lives in Greenville where he lives, that big ass house? You make me think it's powerful. Let me tell you something about real estate. You know what? That shows the world power. Because I live on the fucking water for free every night. My family is fucking dinner. I get to see God's gift to the world, that Atlantic Ocean, that actually live right there, that actually do it. You know what I'm talking about? Please try to educate some motherfuckers. Give me a finance, please, because y'all gonna break me the fuck down.
And again, these people are. This is who they brought into your church and told you that this was the guy you should vote for. Let's continue to listen. You know, this is the top elite class in Charleston. Yeah, one of the most. When you hear him say, "I'm a redneck boy,"
because I legitimately and squarely, I didn't rip Lisa's ass. I didn't. There's no coming to you next. Not coming to you for any other reason. And it's and fucking money to be going away. His name is Doris Cook. And his name is Mark Phillips. Let me tell you why. First off, if you're in the cloud, you got a leg up on a guy named Moose. If your name is William Miles McLeod Jr., the day I'm born, and your name is Moose, the day he's born, I got a leg up on you, Moose, but I have no idea that I now know when I started living next to you. You was always.
And again, you hear it, and he's it's all wrapped up into, you know, who I am, what's my name, and you know, you're born a McLeod, you're, and that gives them this, in my opinion, this air of superiority where I can do whatever I want because they've done whatever they want. Unfortunately, now this is caught on camera. Again, being it's caught on camera, and we're getting to see it. And in his address to this, he didn't even address it. He just said that, you know, they made this up. They putting this out to try to hurt him. And apparently he's got the balls of some high-ranking Democratic officials because they ain't coming out against him. Matter of fact, in King Street, they supporting him.
Me. You know, never. I'm always on the road. You.
This was 8 months ago. I did this. Y'all trusted people to make the right decisions on behalf of the people of King Street, and this is who they bringing to y'all. This is who they brought in. Said, "Hey, this is a good guy. Let's vote for him because, you know, he'll be somebody that we've got around us for too long. We've been represented. We've been, you know, basically on the outside looking in. This is our guy. This is our champion." Right there, I'm quoting Kirby. That's what Kirby said.
With the man watching your fucking ass. You can't take a shit without having to tell the man you took a shit. Actually, the man tells you you took a shit, you better bill somebody, motherfucker.
That officer needs to be fired. That officer is an asshole and is really obstructing right now. dummy.
Because the ANC is a capture that time. Come on, man. Well, I knew before the first grade that your life is a captured time. You're a slave. Joe, you hear me? No six-pack. I get it, man. You're a slave. No, you're not in shackles. Yeah, you know like you're free because you're an F-150 that's brand new. You know why you bought that F-150 on credit? You can't afford it. You want to show the world that you deserve a little respect. Guess what, Joe? The world should have given you a fucking Rolls Royce the minute you got out of bed. Because you've done man work in the last week, and these robber barons have done in 5 fucking generations. Because you know what you carry with you.
The robber baron term, he uses that term quite frequently, right? Which means to me, and I could be wrong, is that this is what they talk about. This is the and the robber baron term. Let's do a little, just to give you some historical context, and it kind of gives me an idea where this man's mind is. It's in the Civil War era, and how he views the world, right? Let's see, Robert R. Barons. Let's see what we come up with here on the old Googler. Again, it's a term that he's used throughout this profanity-laced tirade, and I just lost that. Oh no, it's right there. All right. Let's see. Share screen. All right. The term robber baron. Robber baron refers to powerful, ruthless American industrial financiers of the 19th century who amassed immense fortunes through monopolistic, which is monopoly, monopolistic, exploitive, and unethical practices during
Monopolistic, you idiot.
characterized by their controversial
Monopolistic.
accumulation of wealth and control over industries like oil, steel, and the railroads. Figures such as Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, and Cornelius Vanderbilt are leaders in this group, which include figures like J.P. Morgan and those guys that created the Federal Reserve off of Tybee Island, off the coast of South Carolina. So he makes references to the robber barons a lot. I just thought I'd make mention of that. So it's like a antebellum type mind state. You know, earlier in his rant, he talked about, escaping through the rice fields and all this other stuff like this. So he has a interesting worldview, I would say.
Do the work every day, not the weight of the world, my brother, the weight of your family. And that weight, you fucking idiots, is the weight that motivates honest, good, moral humans that want to do the people. Because when you have your good angels at the wheel in the governor's house.
Hey, put this dumbass officer in the damn detention center, please. Do not need to be out on the road.
Attorney General, the people's house. You don't ever have to worry about those human beings doing the devil's bidding. The devil's the dark angel. Put one dark angel on Terry Richardson, put another dark angel on Matthew Richardson. Boys, don't go anywhere. Right tomorrow morning, you're both in front of Henry's house, standing naked baby, but I'll give you a little call. One dark angel, Terry on your left shoulder, Matthew on your right. Now going back to the story when Joe Lifestyle first met. I can't connect about it, but just know this. I'm for the first time in my life at the table I want to be in, okay? Where I've heard all the time. This is where the money's made. Facts and lawyers are crooks and clowns. Ain't no good and fucking stupid. I'm too lazy to do the paperwork. I was falling at the table because you know what I do. I don't know what this world's about, but they start spreading money around. It's no redneck. No. I understand that currency. So you see, normally lawyers want to discuss how to split the fee before they take a little risk.
Does he refer to himself as a redneck because he is a redneck, or is that just something, kind of a jokey way to say things? I don't know. Like, enlighten me, please.
You know the only lawyer I know who has never bitched to me about doing class action work is my friend Joe Rice, who's had my six all along. I just didn't really realize how much he had my six. You know why? Because Joe Rice is willing to do the work, bitch. And that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve the honor, the dignity, and the grace to play golf 10 days a week out of a 7-day week. Folks, trust me, he's earned that right just when I connect.
That dude said 10-day week out of a 7-day week. He deserved to play golf 10 days out of a 7-day week. These lawyers are the problem with our government.
Like this done. So I'm finally at the table.
And this man is trying to be a part of that clique. What does he know?
Didn't decide how to split the money up on the front end, which Justice Baconis told me. There were 3 things he told me that I
there's 2 officers in there. Yeah, both of them need to be fired.
listened to in a full year. I was bored to death riding around the state. Not because I wasn't with the most powerful guy psychiatrist that I knew at that time, because I was hoping to hear something, to connect the dots. I bet you I don't know how many times riding around the state, and the first time I got in the back circuit court judge's car to go do the people's work, he said,
You know what I'm interested in now? I have to send a FOIA request to Georgetown because I want to see how the judge behaved during his arrest when he was arrested for domestic violence here a couple months ago. I got to see it. So I'm about to send a request over as soon as I get off here. Got to see it. But you got another judge in Charleston arrested for some heinous crimes against children. Then you got another representative that just pled guilty.
well, maybe in the garage. That's what goddamn both. I figured you'd be out there in the damn, I don't know, out there. No, in the garage. You know, the only thing I remember, I think it's a Toyota, I can't remember. But I tell you this, when I sat my cracker ass, no, when I sat my lily white ass, William Mullins McLeod Jr., that came here on the Mayflower, that by the grace of God got through law school. We'll talk about the grace of God later. But you know who you are. I'm going to lift you up because I'm worried you're no longer with us.
Okay, and if that's alcohol, then he has underlying issues along with that. I know alcohol can make people act strange, but in the last video, somebody said bath salt, and I kind of leaning toward that myself, which I don't know.
And I'm going to lift up every grandmother who's ever worried at any time in her life, including my own grandmothers, Mimi Green, Berta Lane McLeod. I'm going to lift every grandmother in this state. My people are. That's right, my people. Because now they know who's doing their work. And let me tell you something. When you represent the people, there's nothing wrong with that. You think it's a bad thing. You know what else I'm going to do? No. We got a key guy playing. There's a pot playing. He's wouldn't fight a key guy. All the money in the world. You know why? Because he knows it's a fucking piece of shit. That's why. You know what? No redneck in the world knows about a key at 200. He doesn't even know it exists. Because this crooked ass state is made a stupid ass plane. You know what?
If he wasn't Mullins McLeod, if he was just some other random dude, do you think the cops would have roughed him up?
The people paying for that Lear jet because they're scared they'll get caught. What fucking crazy I am. Henry, stop right now. Put that bitch on the chopping block. And do it for me. JB, call Henry and say, let me give you a little help, because I think I know what's coming next. Tell Henry, my daughter, I know you know, but I'm going to let Henry have a little fun here. Was that for me? JB, call Henry. Tell Henry I'd asked Rolls Royce to build the baddest fucking backest this fucking police car I'm getting out of. God damn it. No, I'm not doing it. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to let you rip my fucking hands off. You're going to come out yourself or do it? Jamie, tell Henry how to call Rolls Royce. No, fuck you, no. I'm not doing that. No. No, God damn it. I'm not getting out of this car. I'm not doing it. I know. Because I'm.
Shit. I mean, he went racial, so I'm going to go racial. If his ass was black, he'd be out that car and goddamn in less than a blink of an eye.
That man said Jay-Z, he tell Jay-Z to call
with another charge.
McMaster.
Two new charges: assaulting an officer and resisting.
Come on, y'all. This gonna be y'all governor. This who y'all went and vote for? This who Donald Gilliard, Sweet Gilliard, this who TY News, this who all of those people, the Singleton Consulting Group, and all of these people in Winsburg County. This is who they presented to you. This is who they brought into your churches and said, hey, you're a good guy.
No, it's fine. I'm going to act an adult and step out or no? No, I'll sleep right here. It's fine. All right, I got one, bitch. Don't pull me out of this car. Oh, God damn it. Let me tell you something.
This is the one who can fix.
And that's it. It's part 2 of
Mullins McLeod doing his damn thing.
And you mean to tell me this is who they walked into your churches, into your communities, and they said to you, nah, you know, trust us. Yeah, this is the guy right here. This is the guy. This is our guy. That's what they did. They walked into your communities and they said, hey, this is our guy right here. This is the guy that can win. I said, the guy in the backseat of the police car? Yeah, he got money. So if the person that can help the most don't have no money, then what? We don't need them. We don't need them. And that's Mullins McLeod right there.
The first thing they should have told me this is wrong is the word laser beam, Elon. Tell the world why laser beam was first in the first printed, already from my hands and eyes, version of the McLeod for governor. You know what that is? The People's House. Well, who the fuck is he, bitch? He ain't even 40 years old. You know the first time somebody planted in my fucking brain.
And again, I apologize about the language, but this is, this is your potential. This is the Democrat candidate for governor of South Carolina. This is who this is, Mullins McLeod. Again, this is part 2 of a video that was about a 30-plus minute tirade in the backseat of a police car down in Charleston, South Carolina. And then here we go.
That my dreams can actually happen. His name is also Joe. But it ain't Crooked Joe the Judge. It's Joe Owen. Not everybody get that wrong. He lives in Greenville. Supposed to be the most lily-ass white conservative state in the county. My friend Joe Justice. Tell Joe Justice. Tell the world how we first met.
To the people of King Street, South Carolina, that this man was in front of, did anybody tell you guys that he was in the backseat of this car screaming, yelling, cursing, talking about my nigga, talking about slavery, talking about all kinds of things that if he were a white man in the Republican Party, and that's the problem I got with this. It's just, he'd be the most racist man in the world, but he gets supported by local black senators, and his response to this was weirder than this, if you can believe that.
Ask him if I called you. I don't even know we ever met. Share with the world the first time we met. What happened? Where we were? What did you say? What did I say? Who said first? All I know is that some boy you said, Mullins, some people are just born. Stop right. Back this motherfucking car. Back it the fuck up. Put me right up. No. Back it up, motherfucker. Bitch, you know exactly why I want to stop right here. That's how I stand fucking wrong.
I mean, what's going on in Columbia for him to still believe, after this video has been released, to still have the confidence that he could still be governor of South Carolina? What is going on in Columbia, South Carolina?
What you told me? You were my last stop to check my ass, whether or not I was crazy. To dare, to dream, at the ripe old age of I don't even know. Actually, the same fucking time, Nikki. There in her same dream. Oh my God. Wallace, jeez. Fuck the fuck off, bitch. You hear me? You are a bitch. You are a bitch. You know what I want? Well, she don't get to do this for you. I want every Native American you see.
How has the Democratic Party not come out and been like more forceful in knowing this? Most of you watching this, just like me, this is the first time you're seeing this, the first time you're hearing about it. He's still on the ballot. And what is this? Partisan politics is the worst. Either side, left or right. If you are partisan, you are the problem.
I want you to go right where Wallace, the fucking redneck clown, wants to build his redneck circus. And I want you to please let me know when you're all there. I don't give a fuck if it takes a year or 50 years. Wallace, until the Native American you see is at my just table, your crooked fucking clown ass is guess where? You're already in jail, you bitch. I tell you what, back that up. I'm gonna give you a little bit more grace. Your ass is moved on to another game, another scheme. But the casino business, my brother, you out of the casino business. You will never, ever dare to breathe the word casino in my fair state. In addition, pack your fucking bags right now.
All right, and to think that these are the types of people. Okay, all right. Now, to be clear, Mullins McLeod is not a politician. He's running to be the candidate. Excuse me. He's running. He's a candidate running for the governor's office of South Carolina. Okay, and he's talking a lot about casinos right now, and that's been a big talk because the group was formed and it was put in the state paper about this group wanting to do something in Orangeburg, South Carolina. And that's not far from where he's from. He's from Walterboro, South Carolina. But I can imagine this man's, privy to some high level conversations when it comes to the planning of things like this, casinos and such in South Carolina. But understand this is the type of people that's at the top making these decisions. Again, prominent lawyer down in a personal injury lawyer down in Charleston, South Carolina. Kind of reminds me of Alec Murdaugh. Not in the way they look, but just demeanor. That whole kind of pill popper look. Just a person that has been privy to money and power forever to the point where it makes them delusional. Where they can't there's no line. They don't understand because this the theory rules for thee and not for me, or rules for me and not for thee type thing. But anyway,
I don't know where you live, but I know that house costs a lot of money. Pack your fucking bags right now. Hang a for sale sign on it. Because that's not like your house, motherfucker. That belongs to the people. That's going to be part of the equitable division. That William Mullins McLeod John, I don't give a fuck who you call me. I don't care what you call me. You call me God. You think I give a fuck? What I care about is this guy named Wallace, who was the last person in whatever class it was at the KA house at Walford to be admitted into our fraternity. Something that I'm going to get there. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? The fleece. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to give the world a little dot first. So my friend Art Laney wore what's called the fleece, okay? So the fleece is a symbol, and it's a good symbol, okay? At the K house at Walford, you're supposed to be like...
All right, so he says at Walford. So I got to do a little research to see if he attended Walford. Because there could be some truth into what he's saying. He's talking about a situation at the fraternity house, and let's see.
God, that's where you train. You follow me? You train to take the wheel of this fine Thursday. Well, the fleece is supposed to be for the biggest drunk. And it's to remind the rest of us that we're not drunk, so get your ass to class. All right? That's the only doubt I got. And I pray. I'm serious, man. I'm praying now. I think I'm going to be able to set you free and take that fleece off. And Art, you know I'm not talking about you, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? The person who knows I'm not talking about Art knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, Wallace, get the fuck out, man. And before the people of South Carolina usher Andre Bauer into the United States Senate, that's Andre Bauer's house. You follow me? Take that for sale sign off. It says this is Andre's house. You don't have to use his last name. Andre, pack your bags, baby. I want you in Wallace's house by sunrise. Now, you don't get to keep it, okay? But you will be a good steward because I know you, my brother, of that house before our people elevate you to where you should have been in 2010. The truth of the matter is you should have trucked my ass in 2010. You know why? You're a better politician. You were Strom Thurmond. Your door-to-door was better than anything Strom Thurmond dreamed. You know why? You fucking went door-to-door. I'm driving over Warren Hill Bridge. God damn it. Motherfuckers, I've come all up to there. And you know what I saw? You see, there was a guy named Gail Campbell. He was God in this state. That's what everybody believed. All right? Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't. But I'm putting this dot on the world's map. And we're going to come back to you, Mr. Governor. And we're going to find out if you're...
All right, so yes, he did attend Wofford College. It says here in his LinkedIn profile is that he, in 1986 to 1990, he went to the Woodbury Forest School. From 1990 to 94, he went to Wofford College. And from 94 to 97, University of South Carolina School of Law, Doctor of Law is what it says here. Okay.
Punk-ass cheap motherfucker like Wallace, if you are a responsible steward of the people's house and most importantly, the people's money. You see what the crooks and clowns don't understand? We all have one God.
No, they are driving.
He's our God. We're all in the same boat. That bird's named the Frank Mayflower.
You listen, you can hear the.
And the only thing that matters to all of us, Donald Trump, one of the wealthiest men in the world, possible because his bunk ass in the back of his car, is that when you take the hard-earned dollar out of my pocket, you spend it for the benefit of all humankind. You heard me, you dumb fuck. Now we get ready to back down this damn interstate. There ain't gonna be nobody sleeping on this interstate. That's why they got these hills, you see. Because if you want to get from the low country where the robber barons dumped the slaves before they got here, and you dare to get out of this swamp and this marsh and these rice fields, because let me tell you folks, Whitey ain't fucking stupid, okay? At this point in the story, Whitey thought he was on the moon and Andrew Chisholm was a fucking... Well, guess what? When I'm done, Andrew fucking Chisholm, my fucking... is gonna be on the fucking moon. And Elon, I don't have to go any further. You ain't getting the Mars, you dumb fuck.
So, Live 5 News blocked out when he said the N-word. He's talking about somebody named Andrew Chisholm, who is my nigga. This is who the Democrats. It's y'all boy.
You know why? I don't know how many people I told out loud. I don't ever want $1 billion. Because you know what? If I had $1 billion, my stupid ass would try to do something like going to the moon. I'd die. Or you know what? I'd try to like build submarine myself, like my wife and my kids and Lydia. We get in my backyard and bang out a submarine. I got all the money in the world. If I got $1 billion, I could buy the world. But I'm so fucking bored, I figured, shit, I got some money, some smart, me and Lydia Salters and Ray Jones and my wife Ashley. We can build this boat. Okay? We can build this boat. And you know, maybe just that right there is enough to make the entire world just the way it always should have been before the robber bands fucking flipped the script. So let me repeat. The only thing that matters, belly button to belly button world, is that if you are in a democracy, democracy means fair, just, equitable, where you have a voice, and your voice can be heard for no fucking money, bitch. That's right, I got all the power. As far as the war is concerned, but I'm a broke motherfucking redneck from Baltimore, because I've been in this fucking Shark Tank since the day I was born. I just didn't know what game I was playing. Well, Mr. President, when they try to take you out, I started thinking, wait a minute, I better start paying more attention to this racist ass Donald Trump. And Lachlan McIntosh, yes, full name, right now. He is one of the fairest people in all the world. Empty all the Shark Tanks. Right fucking now. Guess who runs the first one that gets empty? Lachlan McIntosh. The first one that purges his guts. I mean, purges it, motherfucker. Actually, I take back. Lachlan, I might need those bare knuckles. The first person who will be in charge of the first tank This purge is a fellow named Gary Crackler. That's all you need to know.
I don't know. For some reason, this stupid officer has the radio on doing it. I mean, don't the officer understand that all of this information is pertinent? They're going to play the radio over it. Officers, these are not your personal cars. These are the people's cars. And we need to hear what's going on in those cars. So please, in the future, just take the radios out of the car.
This is his name. Hey, think tank. I honestly don't, but I tell you what, Heritage Foundation, that's right. Purge your fucking shit right now. Tell everybody they got a piece with them. But this is the most important part. When my friend Gary gets there, you better have a memo for him explaining in my plain, broken, redneck, copy fucking language just exactly what you did to the American people when you took Jim fucking Crooked the Man off the Senate floor.
It's a stupid officer with this music. Like, you got a job to do. Nobody care if you're aggravated, go do another job. This is all part of the investigation, part of the arrest. Stupid.
For $3 million fucking dollars a year. Now, Jim the Man, I'm gonna give you a little, you know what? I guess I gotta come back. Wallace, Andre, if
I mean, this man could be really giving up some real good information. He could be, he could have been, you know, talking about a threat, anything like that. And this dumb officer, instead of doing good, you know, surveillance, listening to what's going on, turns the music up. Stupid.
Andre, I know you don't live far from Wallace. How about ride by his fucking crooked ass, big ass, expensive house? Okay? And you know why Wallace lives in Greenville, wherever he lives, that big ass house? To make people think he's powerful. Let me tell you something about real estate. You know where I live? That shows the world power. Because I live on the fucking water for free every night when my family eats fucking dinner. I get to see God's gift to the world, that Atlantic Ocean, the Ashley Ray, my friend Ashley, too. You know what I'm talking about. Please start educating some motherfuckers. Can't finance, please, because y'all gonna break me the fuck down.
And again, these people are, you know, this is the top elite class in Charleston. Yeah, one of the most prominent lawyers down there on that thing. And this is the way they see the world. You know, their homes project power. You know, everything is in furtherance of their control over the state of South Carolina. And the insecurities come in where, you know, when you hear him say, I'm a redneck boy from Walterboro, South Carolina, and they hold that, you know, and they made it all the way up to the USC School of Law. That's something, you know what I mean, to be an old hayseed from Walterboro and, you know, come from a line of moonshine drinkers and still makers, and now you know, straighten that all the way out. Straighten that all the way out. Became a honorable, dignified lawyer who ended up in the back of a police car with a dumb officer who's playing this music too loud.
Y'all don't, okay? You know why I bought 46 Boy Boulevard? Because I legitimately and squarely, I didn't rip Moose's ass. No, I didn't. Dallas, you know I'm coming for you next. No, I'm coming for you for any other reason. And if you want to know who else deserves a lot of fucking money to be shown their way, his name is Dallas Cook. And his name is Mark Phillips. And let me tell you why. First off, if you're McLeod, you got a leg up on a guy named Moose. If your name is William Miles McLeod Jr., the day I'm born, and your nickname is Moose, the day he's born, I got a leg up on you, Moose, but I have no idea that I now know when I started living next to you. You know who's always.
And again, you hear it, and it's all wrapped up into, who I am, what's my name, and if you're born a McLeod, and that gives them this, in my opinion, this air of superiority where I can do whatever I want because they've done whatever they want. Unfortunately, now this is caught on camera. Again, being it's caught on camera, and we're getting to see it. And in his address to this, he didn't even address it. He just said that they made this up. They putting this out to try to hurt him, and apparently he's got the balls of some of the high-ranking Democratic officials because they ain't coming out against him. Matter of fact, in King Street, they supporting him.
Home, me. You know who's never home's always on the road? You.
This is y'all trusted people to make the right decisions on behalf of the people of King Street, and this is who they bringing to y'all. This is who they brought in. Said, hey, this is a good guy. Let's vote for him because he'll be somebody that we've got around us for too long. We've been represented. We've been basically on the outside looking in. This is our guy. This is our champion.
You know that you have worked every day with the man watching your fucking ass. You can't take a shit without having to tell the man you took a shit. Actually, the man tells you you took a shit. You better bill somebody, motherfucker.
That officer needs to be fired. That officer is an asshole and is really obstructing right now. It's a dummy.
Because the game, you see, is a capture that time. Come on, man. Well, I knew before the first grade, if your life is a capture time, you're a slave. Joe, you hear me? No, six-pack. I get it, man. You feel like a slave. No, you're not in shackles. Yeah, you look like you're free because you're an F-150 that's brand new. You know why you bought that F-150 on credit and you can't afford it? Because you want to show the world that you deserve a little respect. Guess what, Joe? The world should have given you a fucking Rolls Royce the minute you got out of bed. Because you've done more work in the last week than these robber barons have done in 5 fucking generations. Because you know what you carried with you.
The robber baron term, he uses that term quite frequently, right? Which means to me, and I could be wrong, is that this is what they talk about. This is the robber baron term. Let's do a little, just to give you some historical context, and it kind of gives me an idea where this man's mind is and how he views the world, right? Let's see, robber, barons. Let's see what we come up with here on the old Googler. Because again, it's a term that he's used throughout this profanity-laced tirade, and I just lost that. Oh no, it's right there. All right. Let's see. Share screen. All right. The term robber baron. Robber baron refers to powerful, ruthless American industrial financiers of the 19th century who amassed immense fortunes through monopolistic, which is monopoly, monopolistic, exploitive, and unethical practices during the Gilded Age, characterized by their controversial accumulation of wealth and control over industries like oil, steel, and the railroads.
Figures such as Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, and Cornelius Vanderbilt are leaders in this group, which include figures like J.P. Morgan and J.P. Morgan and those guys that created the Federal Reserve off of Tybee Island, off the coast of South Carolina. So he makes references to the robber barons a lot. I just thought I'd make mention of that. So it's like a antebellum type mind state. You know, earlier in his rant, he talked about escaping through the rice fields and all this other stuff like this. So